and good day everyone. Here I would like to present my final year project. My name is Nolana binti Wan Ahmad Noor. I am Bachelor of Science Hans Chemistry with Management student. My supervisor is Sharifah Nushrimi Azlina Sheikh Ismail. The title is a review on the effect of concentration, temperature and processing time on the desulfurization of coal by citric acid. So here is the content that I will go through the presentation. Coal is widely used in industry, for the most part in electricity generation, since coal as a source of energy. However, the combustion of coal will lead to air pollution, since hydrogen sulfide and sulfur dioxide will produce during the combustion process. So, coal desulfurization was applied in order to obtain clean coal and reduce harm during the combustion process. The pre-treatment of coal by citric acid was mentioned to study the percentage of organic sulfur that can be removed from coal. There are two types of sulfur in coal, which are organic and inorganic sulfur. Organic sulfur difficult to remove and might be not efficient in certain techniques and certain chemicals used. The effect of temperature, concentration and its processing time will be studied to achieve the best desulfurization rate. Problem statement. Coal bring a big problem to environment when coals are burned, because burning of coal will release sulfur as sulfur dioxide to the environment, which is very corrosive to environment. The sulfur dioxide release will bind with water vapor and resulted as sulfuric acid. Then, the sulfuric acid will accumulate with rainwater and fall down as acid rain. This acid rain will give bad impact to environment as greenhouse effect, damaging plant and also human health. So, the significance of this study is the findings from this review will give a beneficial information to the society about the harmfulness of sulfur dioxide to the environment and also human health. Next, to deliver information to industries, the easiest way to remove sulfur from coal by applying chemical desulfurization, because it is ability to remove organic and inorganic sulfur in a short time. Lastly, improving desulfurization by citric acid as chelating agent to obtain clean coal. Objective of this study: first, to review the sulfur removal from coal by using citric acid. Second, to review the effects of concentration, temperature and the processing time of citric acid on sulfur removal from coal. Types of sulfur in coal. There are two types of sulfur in coal, which are organic and inorganic sulfur. Organic sulfur is a stable structure in coal matrix which contains macromolecular organic, which makes a strong hydrogen bond with the basic unit of coal. It is involved the formation of thiophene, organic disulfide, thiol and thiol ether, as mentioned in a study by Chu et al. 2020. Inorganic sulfur is a less stable structure which is easily to be removed. Chu et al. 2020 stated that in inorganic sulfur, there have pyrite sulfur formed combined with coal particles. Also, sulfate sulfur comes in inorganic sulfur with a little amount. Method of sulfur removal. There are three types of sulfur removal from coal, which are physical desulfurization, chemical desulfurization and biological desulfurization. Physical desulfurization is a method that makes a comparison between the organic matter in coal and related minerals either by specific gravity or surface properties, as studied by Liu et al. 2020. Chemical desulfurization has a good performance and take a short time to remove sulfur from coal. It is most substantial techniques used to study sulfur removed from coal, as studied by Chu et al. 2020. Biological desulfurization is a biological response catalyst via aerobic microorganism in an aqueous medium with aggregate in the oxidation and dissolution of the sulfur content into sulfate as studied by Kiani et al. 2014. It also low utilization of energy to remove pyritic sulfur, where it takes a long time to be removed. Citric acid is a weak natural acid that has the molecular formula of C6H8O7. A study by Xia and Qi 2017 states that the acid leaching method changes the form of sulfur in the coal, and therefore it is considered as powerful for the desulfurization of both inorganic sulfur and organic sulfur. Despite citric acid have a good efficiency in removal sulfur from coal, but it has a limited research about it. Thus, in this study, a comparison on the efficiency of sulfur removal from coal in terms of organic and inorganic sulfur removed from coal has been made with a different type of acid to support the review on citric acid. Effect of temperature on desulfurization of coal. A study by Liu et al. 2020, where the test reagent is citric acid and the ideal temperature at 80 degrees C, were found that 51.05% of organic sulfur, 31.37% of inorganic sulfur, and 20.59% of total sulfur removed from coal. The study by Sharaki et al. 2018, where the test reagent is nitric acid and the ideal temperature also at 80 degrees Celsius, has found that the highest reduction rate of sulfur at 86.96%. It was shown that most of the acid active in the reaction at 80 degrees Celsius. Effect of concentration on desulfurization of coal. A study by Liu et al. 2020, where the test reagent is citric acid and the optimal concentration of citric acid was 0.2 mole per liter, demonstrated that the organic sulfur, inorganic sulfur, and total sulfur removed from coal are 59.86%, 34.25%, 20.23%, respectively. Study by Sharaki et al. 2018 on coal desulfurization by citric acid. The optimum concentration was 25%, found that the highest reduction rate of sulfur at 86.69%. Of processing time on desulfurization of coal. Study by Liu et al. 2020 on coal desulfurization by citric acid was found that the irradiation time of microwave at 900 watt of power 7 minutes was produced. The percentage of organic sulfur, inorganic sulfur, and total sulfur removed were 49.08%, 29.21%, and 80.33% respectively. Study by Sharaki et al. On coal desulfurization by nitric acid was found that the ideal time in the reaction is about 84 minutes, stated that the reduction rate of sulfur produced 86.9%. This processing time might be longer than the irradiation time by using microwave. It is because the thermal effect of microwave irradiation on coal sample helps to reduce the reaction period. Conclusion: combustion of coal will lead to air pollution. Then, inorganic sulfur is easier to remove compared to organic sulfur. The chemical method has been chosen for this review to remove organic and inorganic sulfur because it is more applicable than physical and biological method. To achieve this effectiveness of the desulfurization of coal, it needs to be considered the values of the parameters of temperature, concentration, and processing time as reach the highest sulfur removed from coal. Recommendation: pre-combustion is necessary to reduce the harmfulness of coal to the environment. More research should be conducted to study the behaviour of coal and study the best method with the best reagent used to obtain the best desulfurization rate. In making this kind of research is beneficial as it will reduce time by knowing the optimal values of desulfurization. So here is the references I include in this presentation. That's all from me. Thank you.